Anything. You mean anything.
Alright, we'll play a bit of Heroes vs Villains and then we'll switch to Galactic Assault after. It's going to be one of those things where it just doesn't find a match now. Yeah, I've just kept mine on Germany. I've just left it on that because it seems to find games better though. When you change it to UK, it just doesn't find anything. Yeah, mine keeps changing to Ireland or Australia as well. I don't know why. Yeah, that's what happens to me. So I've just left it on Germany. It seems to be okay.
Empire.
Yeah, farm players. I don't understand why it can't start free versus free. I don't understand why it doesn't start it. Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't. And you can sit there sometimes with like 3 versus 3 like on the leaderboard, but it just won't start and you're there for like 5 minutes. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So they could do that. They could say you have to wait until the next target has been killed before you can play. That's all they'd have to do. It's so easy. I don't understand why it just doesn't let you play. It's probably one of my favourite modes, so I love it. I think it's such a good mode. But I think Galactic Assault's better. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I just feel like if you want to relax, well, sort of relax and play, you can play a bit of Showdown. Well, I say relax, it depends on who you're going against. Our Iden Versio is not moving. Oh, there we are. I was going to say. Damn. Not one of these teams where people don't move.
Behind you, Lito, with that.
I'm choking him, but he's not even being choked. What? I have to run. I've got Solo, Mary Sue, Chewbacca. Oh, my camera angle went inside the wall. Meet me.
Here's the behind you.
Mary Sue's dead. We've got Luke behind us. He's run away. He was coming, but he just decided that he ain't going to be able to take all of us.
Crazy.
Yeah. Just stormed him. Oh, blue chapper.
Up there behind her.
Yeah. Mary Sue. I'll block her off the other way. Okay, my choke did not work. Oh well. Is there something wrong with Darth Vader's choke that I haven't noticed before? It just doesn't seem to work. Like, yeah, it drops. Yeah, it drops them and just lets them. Or you'll be choking them and they're still shooting you. You're like, what? I've noticed that happens to Kylo Ren's freeze ability as well. They can still shoot you. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense. You're frozen and you can still shoot. The gun's aiming down too. It's not even aiming towards you, and it's somehow just flinging bullets at you. Well, I say bullets, they're not bullets, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Oh, Boochaka, no! Got him. Nice. Like that, my force choke dropped Chewbacca. I don't know why. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Now that one's alright. If we kill him, we kill him. You know, doesn't matter how we kill him.
Hello.
Look. I have no clue what is happening right now. Down the hole again. Well, what she ran away. I think it's. Oh, Blue Chacker's gonna kill me. I'm dead. He throws me. Anyone know where they are? Oh, I see. The big red thing that says attacks where they are. Okay, makes no sense, but I hit him. I think you got Luke. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say you got Luke coming behind him. It doesn't really matter now. GG.
Nice job, boy.
There's one thing I hate when you're playing Showdown though, is it's when like the enemy team just leaves on the first round. You're like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you sit there waiting for like another 5 minutes for people to join. Yeah, you still get the win, but you only get like 10 credits. So funny. There was one game where me and Roger, I think I got a screenshot somewhere, when me and Roger played, I think it was Hero Showdown, but they left on the, I think it was the second round, but we only got 1 credit. I don't... I thought, oh, be careful what you spend that on. Jesus. Exactly, 1 credit. If we added it together, we'd get a whole 2 credits. That's it. Exactly, yeah. Even the emotes are going to cost like 2,000. Exactly, yeah. And you'd think they would have done that because that's going to make them money. You would think they would have done that straight off the bat, but no. Yeah, there is a few, because some of them say can only be unlocked by crates. There is no crates. Yeah. I think some of them you had to buy the crystal things, didn't you? And then you'd buy the special crates, the I don't even know, I think there was some that were locked, because I've got none for Finn. But yeah, they were like 4,000, but you could just buy the hero ones and get trooper things in it. So yeah, half the price. Yeah, so you could buy 2 hero crates, get stuff for heroes and troopers, and get twice as much for half the price. This makes no sense. Yeah. You had that crate as well. Do you remember when they did the Finn and Plasma, where you had to choose a side? Yeah. No, they should have done it. They should have done so like you could choose obviously Han Solo, or you can choose. I don't even know what the enemy would have been. I don't know whether it'd be Maul or I guess Maul. Or Beckett. I don't know. But then again, Beckett's not in the game. Oh, the one that's got like the yeah, the 3 like scratches over his face, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're on about. It had just some weird cult name, didn't it? I know what you're on about. Yeah, something like that, yeah. I can't remember what they were called, to be honest. But yeah, I know what you're on about. Because Darth Maul controlled one part, that guy controlled another part. Oh. Yeah. I can't remember his name. I know, like, I can't remember his name, and I can't remember the cult. I know what you're on about, though. Yeah. That DVD comes out soon. I'm gonna get that. I actually quite like it. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I went into it thinking this is gonna be pretty bad. Then watched it. It was actually quite good. Yeah. I think a lot of the time now with the Star Wars films, people just slag them off just to slag them off. I don't think most people don't really watch it. It's, you know, I saw things where people, when The Last Jedi came out, I mean, Last Jedi wasn't great, but he bought the 4K Blu-ray version of the DVD, which would have cost probably about £20. And he's got a picture of him putting it in the bin, so he clearly took that back out the bin after. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like they said, like Lucasfilm and stuff said, they're catering to the kids now, not really us. So like, they need to get another generation of, obviously they are catering to us as well, but they need to get another generation into it. Same with like Jar Jar Binks in Phantom Menace. I don't really like Jar Jar Binks, but no, I didn't. But I think when I was a kid, I did. I just don't now. Exactly, yeah. That was a stupid thing to do though. They should never have cancelled that. It didn't really make sense. What they should have done is finished, because there isn't many episodes left of the Clone Wars to do. They could have just finished off the last few episodes, then started Rebels, or just done them both. So like you'd have an episode of Clone Wars, then an episode of Rebels after that. I don't know why they did it like that. It is kind of stupid. I don't know why they cancelled it. Yeah, it's probably going to have a different story than what they originally intended. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think it's only going to be available on that stupid Disney streaming channel, isn't it? Yeah, I remember that because this is not even a joke. I went to I don't even use Netflix, but I saw that they had the Clone Wars on there, so I thought, yeah, do you know what, I'm gonna get a Netflix subscription to watch it. Then as soon as I bought a Netflix subscription, I'd noticed there's nothing Star Wars on there, so I looked up and it said Disney had stopped the deal with them because they wanted to have their own streaming service. So I had to go out and buy all the DVDs for the Clone Wars. Exactly, yeah. I think the best thing the thing that I'm going to do is probably go halves with it with my sister, because my sister's got a nephew. Well, she ain't got a nephew, she's got a son. I've got a nephew. Yeah. My sister's got a nephew. Wow. Yeah, she's got a son, so yeah. So she can use it for him. But I think so, yeah. I think they have everything on there, but I don't think, say if a new film just brand new come out, obviously it's not going to be on there. They'll make you go cinema for that. But I think once they come out on DVD, they get put straight on there. It is a good deal in a way because you get all these films, but at the same time, there's only so many times you can watch a Disney film, and for adults, it's kind of a waste of money because you're not going to watch Disney films. So. Exactly, yeah. I'm not really sure why they've done it like that. They probably would have made more money by putting it on Netflix, to be honest. I can't see many people signing up for this. Yeah.
Try to get away from you. Almost like some the country, just low healthy.
Have like a Netflix Disney bundle or something like that. You know, like what Sky Store do. Yeah. Sky don't have the They didn't even have the Star Wars films for a long time because Disney took the rights away from them. Yeah, they were free. I remember probably about 4 months ago, there was no Star Wars films on there, and I had pre-ordered the last Jedi from Sky Store, and they cancelled my pre-order because they couldn't fulfill it. And then eventually, it was back on the Sky Store, so I was like, okay, I'll buy it again. So I'll try again. But I don't know what's going on with this whole Disney thing. I think they're just trying to money grab, really. Yeah. I think if they could offer more than just their own stuff, obviously it's called the Disney Channel or whatever, but if they could offer more, like, I don't know, like, it's not worth, yeah. And most of Disney films, if you're a parent anyway and you have like loads of little kids, you have most of the films anyway. So, it doesn't...
Good job, guy. Good job.
Yeah, I just feel like with Star Wars now though, like I still like the films, but I feel like they're too scared to kill off characters because there's no one that's died. There's no one that's died apart from that pink-haired lady. Obviously, Leia's gonna have to die, or something's gonna happen in Episode 9. But that was. I don't think he's dead. I don't think that just seemed a bit too easy, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, but you know that guy, you know, like Luke, he had like a projection of himself. Maybe Snoke could do something like that. I don't know. I just don't think that's the end of him. And if it is, I mean, he's not. Yeah, if that is how he's died, he's not all what he cracked up to be, really, is he? I mean. Yeah. Yeah, he was using the Force from like, even in the first, you know, like the 7th film, he used the Force and Hux from a completely different ship. So, if he can do that, surely he wouldn't get killed like that. I'm not sure, to be honest. I didn't really pay attention to all that. I can't block. Oh no, not this glitch. I've got a glitch where I can't block. I need some help. No. Choked them and then you just unleash the beast on them. What, you right, Luke, mate? Oh, I'm dead. He's just throwing me off the map. Oh, no, I landed. Okay. That was close. Oh, Luke got me. Do you know what? How he killed me? He had 1 health left when he killed me. 1. That's true, yeah, I can. I can't wait for Obi-Wan Kenobi and Grievous though. Is your minimap going apeshit? Like, mine just keeps saying that they're everywhere. Oh, is it? Never noticed that. For some reason, I'm quite looking forward to Dooku. Like, I was never really a massive fan of him, but it'd be quite interesting. Yeah, he was a badass, but he was just. I feel like not more to be desired. Like, just sort of. They didn't go in depth with him as they did for people like Obi-Wan and the Emperor. But obviously they can't because he wasn't really in the original film, so there's no point going that into depth with him. But
guy behind that Yoda.
yeah, I've seen up to season 5. I'm just at the beginning of season 5. You threw him, choked him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Caught him with a choke as you threw him. So you basically played basketball with him. I've seen most of the Clone Wars, so it's quite good. I actually really enjoyed it. I think a long time ago when it first was on TV, I just avoided it, and I was like, this is like a kids show. And then I kept hearing good things about it on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I'll give it a go. And then I started watching it, I was like, actually, this is actually quite good. Yeah. You sort of forget it's a cartoon though. When you get into the episodes, it just doesn't feel like you're watching a cartoon. Obviously you are, but yeah, I loved it. I didn't really like Rebels though. I started watching Rebels. I don't really like that.
My trigger finger is itching.
Yeah. I just couldn't stand that Ezra guy, and I couldn't stand that. I can't remember his name now. He looks like a bit like a. He's like an alien thing, like a Brutey sort of character. Z or Z or something. Yeah. Just. Yeah, I think she was one of the only interesting characters. And that Twilight girl and the Jedi, that he was okay, but I can't even remember any of their names. Yeah, Ahsoka was in it. I did watch a YouTube video of the Ahsoka and Vader part, and I thought that was quite good. But apparently, like I've heard a lot of people say on YouTube as well, it's just like for every good part of Rebels, they go and ruin it with like 4 bad parts. So I just don't feel like investing. It'll probably be one of them things that in the future I'll watch it and go, why didn't I watch that? But I don't know. Yeah. I'm definitely not going to watch that Star Wars Resistance shit. I don't know what that is. That is definitely aimed at kids. No, it's Clone Wars, isn't it? Yeah, the wheels. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Because that's the thing, I think their art style's quite similar. I just don't like, as well, with the lightsabers and Rebels, they just look really weird. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, they should have just kept the people that did Clone Wars. Because even though Clone Wars obviously was a cartoon, they catered to both the kids and sort of the adults at the same time. So it wasn't too much for kids and it wasn't too little for adults, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Yeah, yeah, I think it's pretty good. I need to finish watching it, but I got to season, I think it's season 5. I can't quite remember where I am, but I remember seeing all the Mon Calamari bit. I've seen the all that underwater stuff. I've seen the couple of General Grievous fights. Basically some, I can't remember. Yeah, you have like Admiral Akbar, but it's called General Akbar or Commander Akbar or something at that point. I'm the target, and then you have the King, and he's got to prove that. I didn't really like them episodes, to be honest, but I liked I like all the stuff with Count Dooku. I like all the stuff with General Grievous. I've seen the one where they capture Grievous. Yeah, Cad Bane's quite cool. I don't like him as much as Boba Fett, but I do like him. He's definitely... Yeah, Boba... In the Clone Wars TV show, definitely Cad Bane's better. But, like, as a character, I prefer Boba Fett. I'm dead. There's no way I could survive that. I was rolling and rolling, but I've got to get season 6 because you can get season 6 on a disc, but it's so much money. I don't know why. Nah, I'm on season 5. I think I know what you're on about. Is it with the Ahsoka thing? Yeah, I know about that. Someone ruined it for me. I say ruined it, but then again, it's my own fault for not watching it when it, you know, come out. But because that's what leads on to Rebels, isn't it? What the hell's happening to my character? Whoa! What was that? I'm gonna save that. Oh, I can't save that. I'm broadcasting. That was weird. We killed each other. Yeah, that's alright.
Great kid. Don't get cocky.
How many seasons do you reckon I'll do at this Clone Wars? Apparently it's only 1, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Only doing 1 season. 12 episodes they're contracted to do. If it does well, I think they probably will. I think they just want to see how well it does, and if it, you know, does do well, they'll continue. I suppose there's no point in putting loads of money into it and then no one watches it and then they end up losing money. So, but there's no way they're going to lose money. Yeah, exactly. Wow, she killed me with that secondary fire. Oh, I got Han Solo to max level now. I've got Chewbacca, Yoda, Rey, and Finn. Phasma and Kylo Ren. That's it. But they're all pretty close. Yeah, I'm alright with them. Oh damn, Island vs. I'm just really bad with Rey. I don't know why. I'll just play her wrong. I think once I start playing with her, I'll probably get used to it. Jesus. What the hell? Iden Versio destroyed, man. Oh, that was close. Me and Iden Versio just had a little showdown. She swings her lightsaber so fast though. Oh, how long am I going to be frozen for? Jesus.
That was lucky.
Oh, I've been frozen. Ah. Sorry. I think that was your force push, wasn't it? Thing is with Yoda's force push on that is it tends to like only work like 10% of the time. It just don't work. I don't know why. Sometimes it does and it saves you and you're like, oh, it actually worked. And then most of the time it's just like, nah. Yeah. It's normally force abilities. Like force push, force choke, things like that. They're normally the ones that just don't work. Like the force freeze, they can still shoot you when you use it. It's definitely the force ability. Oh yeah, yeah. And do you remember that glitch? It doesn't really happen anymore, but you'd spawn in as Rey, but she'd have no lightsaber. Yeah. Yeah, spawning in Galactic Assault after spending 8,000 credits on them, it used to piss me off so much. Yeah. And you try to do loads of things to fix it, like letting people shoot you or using your abilities and stuff, it just doesn't work. Mary Sue. GG. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Big Mary Sue leveled up Han Solo. Finally done with him. What are all these like these new? They're not new really anymore, but these challenge things that they've added into the milestones with like veteran Han Solo, veteran assault, veteran all this. What's all that? Like, yeah, but surely I've scored 648,000 points before with. Yeah, I see, yeah. Yeah. So most of my milestones are heavy milestone and officer. I've definitely done that for the heavy. But yeah, level 70 on all 4 classes, but apparently I haven't. Yeah, it's a bit weird because it makes you play with classes that you don't like anymore. So like, you say for example like your specialist, you say you don't like it, you leveled it up to 70 just so you've got it at level 70, and then they've brought up this milestone and then you've got to play with it again. Yeah. I want to complete the milestones. It's just I don't think, to be honest, that they're worth going for. Just if you complete one, you complete one. I'm not really gonna. Jesus, what about the Starfighter ones? Some of them are stupid though. It's like for like Iden Versio's ship, like use this ability 30 times. Like, you don't get to be Iden Versio that many times. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Shall we leave? Because I think this is just one of them broken lobbies now. Yeah. Roger, leave!
Alright.
Why does that happen in this game? It just doesn't find anyone else. Hopefully they fix that UK server on the 29th too. I have no idea what's going on with that. The thing is though, I don't hold That's right. You finish first, because otherwise you might forget. So.
Okay. I'm in the menu.
You said me and BB-8 or something like that. I was going to say, on the 29th, I'm not holding my hopes up high, because you just know it's going to end up breaking loads more stuff. So... yeah. It's like, I've been deranked on this game probably 4 times. I had my heavy reset to level 1 from 70. I was like, oh my god. Everything. Yeah, it was everything. I've got a video on my YouTube. I don't know how they do this every single time. This isn't just on Battlefront 2 though. This happened to me on Battlefront 1. I don't know, I must be on some sort of server where they clean it constantly or something. I don't know. They just keep losing all my shit. Yeah. Yeah, probably. It's because every time they do it, I call them. I remember one time on Battlefront 1 when they did it, and I called the EA support, and it was some Scottish guy, and he was actually really helpful, and he went, oh, we're going to pass you on to EA help or whatever it was. And they passed me on to some American guy, and I had a live stream of me getting deranked, like an actual live stream, and it happened mid live stream. And I was telling the guy about I've been deranked from level, I think it was like level 70 to level 60 and things like that. And he was just like, oh, yeah, no, we've got no proof that that's happened, so we can't do nothing. I was like, I've got a live stream, I can send you a link, and it's live, so, you know, I can show you. And then he was just like, oh no, because live streams can be altered, and I was just like, you can't alter a live video. I was just like, what are you on about? Yeah, exactly, it's so stupid. I was like, it's a live stream. You can see yeah. I was so pissed off. I was so angry. I think I went onto like their Twitter and I was saying to them like, I've been deranked because that was the second time I was deranked on Battlefront 1. I got deranked 3 times on Battlefront 1 and I've been deranked 4 times on this one. I don't know why they always derank me. Yeah, I called them today, dodgy bastards. I'm well pissed off with them too. I had $12.99 come out of my account for PlayStation Plus, right? Today. But my PlayStation Plus is supposed to renew on the 5th of December. So I called them, I was like, well, why is $12.99 come out? Because I pay yearly as well, so I pay £50 a year. And I was like, so why is it $12.99? And he said, oh, the only way we can, basically he said he'll refund it, but the only way they can refund it is into my wallet and not into my bank account. I was like, so basically you're keeping the money because it's staying on the PlayStation Network. Yeah, exactly. But there'll be some small print somewhere saying that, you know, they can do that. Yeah. It is ridiculous how some of these companies, because they know people like us haven't got the money to take them to court. That's why. I don't think you should be charged for PlayStation Plus anyway. You should not have to pay to play online. You pay for your internet, you pay for the console, you pay for the games. I mean, they say you get a more stable service because obviously on the PS3 it all got hacked and stuff, but you don't really. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not ours, and we got hacked over that one Christmas as well. So they can't say it's a more stable service when a group of teenagers in their bedroom can hack the whole system. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Sony said it's an unhackable system now, and so did Microsoft. So they hacked Xbox and PlayStation over Christmas. I remember that because I had these new games that I had that I wanted to play. I couldn't even play them. No, I understand why they hacked it to prove a point, but at the same time, don't do it over Christmas. Yeah. And they gave Sony a warning too before they did it. So Sony had time to prepare, but they still couldn't handle it. So bad. They called himself like Lizard Squad or something, wasn't they? One of them got arrested, didn't he? He got arrested. He was on the news, like Fox News or something like that. It was like you can watch it on YouTube, and he's saying, oh, because the woman said, what about the kids that got games over Christmas and they couldn't even play them? He went, oh, my brother got games over Christmas and he couldn't play either. I was like, oh, why would you do that to your own brother as well? Some people. Fucking Lizard Squad. What even is that? Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. To be honest though, you can actually get pretty good jobs being a hacker, because isn't it like some hackers ended up getting like employed by companies so they can end up making anti-hack sort of things? Yeah. Like Norton and stuff like that, they do it, don't they? It's a good idea if you think about it. No, I don't think so. Yeah. That's crazy. I haven't seen it, but I know the film. There's some smart people, like, I don't know if you know anything about like the Zodiac Killer and things like that. Like, how do they get away with this stuff? They almost, yeah, they did. They think that they did have him, but he ended up, the guy that they think who it is dead anyway. He died of a heart attack. Yeah. There was about 10 people they narrowed it down to, didn't they? They narrowed it down to I think 10 people that it had to be one of them. Yeah. Yeah. There's a good movie about it too. It's pretty good. It's amazing if you watch the film though, because the cartoonist at the newspaper was the only one actually trying to catch him. The police weren't even that bothered. Look, they were, but they... it's got... Have you seen Day After Tomorrow? You know that guy that tells him to put like, basically the main kid. Yeah, he's in it, so it's not too old. I think 2008 maybe. I'd guess. It's got the guy that plays Hulk in it as well. You know the. It's also got you know the new Hulk from the Avengers film? It's got him in it. It's got can't think of his name now. I know. You know yeah, it's also got Robert Downey Jr. in it. Yeah, that's who he's got. Yeah, Iron Man. Yeah, it's a pretty good film. I don't know why that happens. It's like when you don't want to talk about something like this, you'll know it. But then when you want to talk about it, you just. Is that his name? I don't know. Yeah, probably is that to him. Yeah. Yeah, I think you might be right, to be honest. Yeah, it's him. Yeah, I just looked him up. It is definitely him. Yeah, that name wasn't clicking with me for some reason. You know when like, you know the name, but then for some reason it just doesn't sound right in your head. My God. Yeah, I don't know. That just messed with my head. Roger.
Yo.
Have you seen the movie Zodiac?
Go with that? You probably could fail.
Yeah, I'll message you, yeah? Where's your Facebook? There's. Yes, quite a good film. You should watch it. It shouldn't be too expensive.
No, I haven't beat that film yet.
It's pretty good, Roger. Have you got Sky? Jolie. Yeah. I think it's free on Sky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was on. You know the. I think it's under horror, but it's not a horror film. But I think it's under horror or thriller. I can't remember. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is free because I watched it on Sky the other day. I definitely don't. I don't think I would have paid for it. Maybe I did. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is free. Yeah, pretty good film. I enjoyed it. I think. Oh God. Obviously, it's not a massively satisfying ending because they never catch him, but the actual film itself is good.
Come on, girl, you can do it.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I tried to get him, but Vader decided he was gonna absolutely obliterate me. Do you play the original Battlefront games? What? What, the original PS2 ones? Yeah. Oh, so good. It was so good. I feel like if you didn't play it back then and then you played it now, you probably wouldn't like it. But if you played it back then and then go back to it, yeah, it was so good. But it was sort of like, well, it was because originally it was a mod for it. You know, Battlefield, like Battlefield 5, Battlefield. Well, Battlefield 5's not out yet, but games like that. It was a mod for the original. I think it was Battlefield 1942. It was a mod for originally, and then Pandemic made it a game. But it was so good. It's incredibly basic now that I watch it now. Like movie games always were basic, but like it was good. Yeah. You ever gone back and looked at like an old game you used to play and you go, how the fuck did I used to see anything on that? Like, it's so pixelated. And you're like, yeah. And you go back and it's like, you can't even see anything. It's like, how did we play that? Is it going to happen with these games? In the future we look back and go, that is so pixelated. I don't know. Yeah. I remember once when I was a kid. I think when I was a kid, I was probably about 5, 4. My mum, she rented you remember you used to like rent videos and stuff like that. She rented Stuart Little, I think it was for me, like the first Stuart Little when I was a kid. She put it in the TV and I was watching it in the middle of the night, and someone had taped over it. And I remember what film it is now. I didn't know what film it was when I was a kid, but someone had taped the film Scream over it. So it would start, yeah. So it would start off as Stuart Little, and it would start off as Stuart Little. And I remember telling my mum when I was a kid, she never used to believe me. I used to tell her that people were getting killed in Stuart Little. She thought I was mental. Eventually, she watched it. I have no clue who did it, but I remember it, and it makes me laugh so much now. And someone takes over it, and I remember I used to tell her that people were getting killed in like Stuart Little and stuff. She never believed me, and anyway, eventually she watched it with me. Obviously, she realised that someone had. Oh, it was so fun. I think I've still got that video somewhere. Yeah, I think I've still got it. It's in the loft, I think. Yeah, it must have been. I still remember it. I remember Blockbuster as well. You go like not borrow, but rent games. That was quite good. Yeah, I miss Blockbuster, to be honest. It was sort of, I think Netflix killed that, wasn't it? Because Netflix used to be DVD delivering services, doing what Blockbuster did, but to your house. Yeah, they'd send them to you in the mail, and then you'd send them back to them. I did. I remember, yeah, you used to get like loads of PS2 games. Yeah.
Bad idea.
It was so good, especially say for example, like 1 month you couldn't afford a game, but you could afford to rent one. You could rent it until you could afford to buy it. But it's so good. It was such a good idea, but you can't really do that anymore. Actually, you can't do that anymore. I don't know anywhere that lets you rent games. Yeah, maybe somewhere online, but otherwise, to be honest though, like, it's okay for kids to rent games if you can't afford them, but when you're an adult, you can kinda, because you can just, obviously you work, so you work and you pay for them, but games are getting ridiculously expensive.
Not any closer.
Look, I got a Formula 1 game. Yeah, exactly. It's like, do you remember before, if you paid like 50 quid for a game, you'd get all the add-ons and then you'd get like, you know, all this other stuff with it. Now you have to have a season pass and then you have to buy cosmetics with real money and then you have, you know, it's just so much money. Yeah, they probably definitely are spending more. Because if you look at the quality of the game, well, I mean, they clearly don't test this game, but if you look at the quality as in like the graphics, the map design is a lot better than like the PS2 games and stuff. But yeah, exactly. I don't think people quite have understood that yet. So like, obviously they'll compare this Battlefront to Battlefront 2 on the PS2. They say, oh, Battlefront on the PS2 had more content. But yeah, it did have more content. But the heroes all played the exact same. Each hero was the exact same, even though they looked different. The maps were so basic, but back then it was good. But the maps were so basic, it was.
Can we return the menu to play this game?
Yeah, I know.
After?
Yeah, if you.
Okay, let's go to the menu.
So I think like with Battlefront, people criticize like the original Battlefront and the start of this Battlefront. They say it's not enough content, but I don't think we really understand how long it takes to make this stuff. Season pass. Yeah, they should have done that. I was saying that to Roger. They should have just done that. At least Battlefront 1 got DLC. Like, yeah, you paid £40 for a season pass, but you knew when the DLC was coming. You knew what you got in the DLC. You knew, like, there was going to be DLC. With this game, it's just sort of, it's coming soon. We're not going to tell you everything that's in it until a week before it comes out, and then expect you to be able to pay all this money for it. It's just like, well, I'm pretty sure when they launched this game, or before they launched this game, they said that this was going to be a live action game and there was going to be updates nearly every week. Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like they should have known that that wasn't going to work. I personally didn't actually mind the crate system. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that the way you leveled up your characters. I didn't like that. It was just stupid. You leveled up on luck. That was it. Yeah. 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 The thing is, I didn't really mind the crate system, even when there was the real money implement, like the crystals. I didn't really mind. People said, obviously, it was pay to win, but at the same time, it wasn't really, because if someone had purple star cards and they were shit, and then you had someone that has white star cards and they're a really good player, the person who's got white star cards is going to win. So it wasn't really pay to win, and eventually, if you played it enough, you was going to get the purple star cards. So I don't know. Really. I feel like this game got absolutely smashed by people when other games have been doing the exact same thing for ages. Like Call of Duty, for one, they've been doing it for a long time. Crates since they launched on PS4. Like, I think Call of Duty Ghosts up until now, they've got crates and they've got guns that you can't get without paying for DLC and stuff. Yeah, exactly. And that kind of is pay to win too, because I remember playing FIFA. I think it was 15 the last one I played, a long time ago. But if you played the Ultimate Team, if you had lots of money and you spent shitloads on packs, you'd end up with people like Ronaldo, Messi, and then you're going against people like, I don't know, yeah. How much to buy, like, I remember on 15 I bought storage and it cost me like 30,000 coins, and that took me ages to get. Like, I'm not. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I noticed as well, I've been watching YouTube videos on it. If you spent real money on packs, they would give you better things. If you spent in-game money on packs, it would give you crap. That's what I noticed. I don't know why it happens. I think I was watching. This when I used to watch KSI. I don't really watch him anymore. All that bullshit. But I remember watching a thing that he did, and it was buying them with money he had earned in game, and then buying them with money that he had put on the account of real money, and he was getting way better stuff out of the ones that he spent real money on.
We will take control of this wreckage to prevent the resistance from departing. Secure the landing pad and the reactor control chamber. We'll begin our assault from there.
I just feel like they've Germany made it illegal to have loot boxes in games now, haven't they? So it's gambling.
Strike hard and fast.
I think, well, it kind of is gambling, but at the same time, it's like illegal. It's a bit much. Yeah, I suppose I haven't got an addictive personality. Well, I don't think I do, but so I don't necessarily think that I would get an addiction to opening packs. I suppose at the end of the day though, like, if you play games and you love the game, you're gonna want new stuff for it, and you want to, you know, make your experience better. But to charge ridiculous prices, like even the crystals in this game, and I know they're trying to make their money back, but the crystals are way too expensive. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. By the time you actually... You might as well just fucking play the game and earn the money rather than pay real money. It doesn't take that long to get the credits. Exactly, yeah. And if you're brand new to the game, you get all the money from the milestones, you get even more. Yeah, it's something like 10,000 credits an hour you can earn. I think that's true as well, because when my girlfriend started playing this game, she's pretty bad, but like, she ended up getting like 40,000 credits in the first like 2 hours. I was like, what? How have you got that many credits? Like, and she was like, oh, it's, you know, just as things keep popping up on her screen. I was like, oh, it's milestones. And obviously when I've added more milestones, she's getting even more, so... Yeah, but there's so many credits you complete at the start. 500 credits each time. Some of them are 1,000. Some of them, not all of them. Then obviously getting the money. Another thing which is bullshit as well with this game is, like, you know the credit system where at the end of the round you get so many credits. So for example you get 100 kills in a game and I get 10, but because I was in the game the same amount of time as you, I get the same amount of credits. That's not fair. There's no gain to being better than someone else.
Keep them off the landing pad. Be ready to move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you see, innit? With like Hero Showdown, you just see, or Heroes vs Villains, you just see people standing there, not moving.
Resistance forces have gathered in the supply hole. They have the droid we're after. They're moving rapidly to escape. Disperse their forces in the hole. After that, we'll chase them down and annihilate them.
Because it'd make your team definitely lose. You'd definitely lose. I remember once me and Roger played one and we had 2 teammates that are AFK spinning around and there was 3 enemies AFK spinning around. Look, what? Yeah. I mean, it was alright for us, we got loads of kills, but at the same time it's just like, what? I want to actually play the game, I don't want to be handed, yeah, I don't want to be handed the win. Like earlier on when we was absolutely rinsing them people in Showdown, it's not really much fun. Like, when you wreck them once, it's like, yeah, okay, but then when you they don't leave and you just keep wrecking the same person over and over, it does get boring. Yeah. Unless you're trying to get kills for a specific hero for a challenge or something, then yeah, we'll stay. but otherwise, just... I can't sprint. Yeah, but I never used to play much Heroes vs Villains, to be honest. I've only really started playing it a lot recently. I used to just play always Galactic Assault, and I'm like one of them people that don't really like change, so I just stick with one class and stay with it, and then I decided, fuck it, I'll try out the Officer. Yeah. I do like Battlefield, like, I love Battlefield. I think the first Battlefield I played properly was Battlefield 3, and that was on the PS3. I remember when I first played it, I was like, why the hell have I been playing Call of Duty when this is there? But now, I don't know really what's going on with Battlefield. Like, Battlefield 1 was pretty shit. I feel like, no, it was good as in the graphics, the gameplay was good, but the problem with it, there's no customization because obviously it's World War 1. all the guns were pretty much the same. So you'd have like 4 different guns, but there'd just be different versions of the same gun. So it kind of ruined it for me. Like, if you played Battlefield 4 a lot like I did, and then went to that, it was just sort of like, it's like a downgrade. Yeah. Yeah, it was prototypes and stuff, yeah. I loved the campaign. The campaign I thought was really good. I liked the way they did it, like the story for each character. I mean, they spread it out a bit, but I did like going on when it first came out. I really enjoyed it, but just now I just feel like everyone's running around with a Hell Regal. That's it. And Martini Henry, and that's really all that happened. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I remember that gun. Single shot MP5 looking thing. Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's made by the same company as the MP5 and the UMP45 and stuff, isn't it? I think the SAS use it. Yeah. H&K, Hector and Koch make that, yeah. I'm doing terrible this game. No. I feel like if this game had a smooth launch, it'd be in a completely different place to it is now. I would have DLC left and right, I reckon, but obviously. No, not really. I don't see them making a Battlefront 3, to be honest. I want them to, but I don't see them doing it. I feel like, I hope they do too. It's my favourite game, but it's so unlikely. I don't know. I don't think they'll give it another go, because I know why they won't, because they said this one was going to be the one, everything that Battlefront 1 wasn't. Sort of, you know, like, it was going to be, everything wrong with Battlefront 1 was going to be fixed in this one, but it hasn't been. If anything, this one's more, yeah, if anything, this one's got more bugs than the other one. Actually, the other one didn't really have many bugs. And that's because they had a full development team on it. This one's got 3 people. Did you know that? 3 people working on it.
Assault in progress. Capturing the hole.
I think like 60.
No one get close.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, well, obviously when the game was being made it had more, but then when they realised it was failing, they just left 3 people on it so they can semi-give us what they promised and work on Battlefield 5. But I'm looking forward to Battlefield 5, but they're not. What is kind of winding me up is when that lead person of EA said that they're swapping historical accuracy for political correctness. That winds me up. And the reason it pisses me off, you can't make a historic game and then say, oh, it's the most realistic World War II shooter, but then you've got women with claw hands running around on a battlefield. What? Exactly. Like, I understand if you want to have like the French Revolution and then you have women. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. There would have been women in the French Revolution, but you can't have the British Army and have full of women with claws in their hand. No, it doesn't make any sense. It sort of ruins the point in the game. You buy a Battlefield game for, well, yeah, there would be nurses, but like, I don't know. It just feels like they're ruining their own game due to wanting to be politically correct. The game will probably still be fun, but it takes away from the realism and the immersion of it.
All squads to the hole. We must not delay.
The same as me. I've even, because like I said, the first one I played was free, but I then went back and played Bad Company 2, I've got Bad Company 1, I've never actually played it. I've got it, but I've never played it. I don't know. I feel like 4 was my favourite. Apart from when it first released, because it was buggy as fuck. Yeah. If it's made by EA, it's gonna be buggy. Yeah. But yeah. Got some sort of like addiction thing to you. They somehow trap you. The thing is though, is just the gameplay is so good. Like Battlefront's gameplay is so good. It's just the reason you get bored is not because of the game. It's because there's nothing left to do in the game. There's no new maps. There's no new skins. There's no new weapons. We haven't had new weapons since the game launched. There's been 0 new weapons. Yeah. Why don't they make them guns like the DC-15 and stuff like that? Why don't they make them like the you know, default weapons so you can customize them? Yeah, you could. And they could bring all the weapons they got from Battlefront 1. It's not hard to port over a weapon. Yeah, the heart contracts that they had. It was so good. You'd have to go and do like, get 25 kills with this weapon, get 10 kills with this, flash 10 people with a flash grenade, and then you'd get a gun or whatever. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they sort of got rid of that. In this, it's just get kills. Yeah, I did. Got the bow. Yeah, it took fucking ages, and then the bow shit. Yeah, in that stupid China map. I was so pissed off because I've got the tags. You know, the phantom tags. When I saw that they were giving it away, I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like, I did all that for that bow, and the bow's crap. That's the thing. I thought it was going to be pretty good. It's not. It's terrible. AK-47s and fucking MP5s. You're running in with a bow and arrow. What? Yeah, with explosive bolts. No, they won't. They don't even take down people. It's like 2 shots. It's ridiculous as well. That bow should be a 1. Yeah, I used to play hardcore, especially Operation Locker. That was so much fun. I don't know why I like that map so much. But with the bow, I feel like it should be a 1-shot kill. It's so hard to land a shot with it. Oh, did it have penetration? I never noticed that. Oh, the narrow points or whatever they're called. The thin ones. Yeah. I should know what that's called. I have a compound bow. I don't know why. I don't know what it's called. Is that a hollow point? Is that what it's called? I can't. What it's called. I know what you're on about though. It's just. Yeah, because it's a I know what you're on about. It's just like a thin. It looks like a stick with a point on the end, basically, like arrow. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just it's sort of the same width all the way up, and then it just points off at the end. Yeah, and you got the thicker arrow, the one that was for like hunting deer.
The resistance is escaping. The Empire lost on Jakku. Now so have we.
Realistically though, if you shot someone that was wearing a bulletproof vest with a compound bow, would it go through? I'm not even sure. Fucking hell. Jesus. Yeah, like I've got a £75 pull bow, and they're bloody hard to pull back. They're like, yeah, you'd have to be pretty damn close. I mean, I've shot. I remember we had in our my mum, she works on a farm with like horses and stuff, and the farmer let me go up there to shoot around the boat. Obviously not at animals or nothing like that, but I shoot hay bales, and I had like a stack of hay bales, and it went through like hay bales all the way through. I was like, oh, Jesus, yeah, they're powerful. I was like, I weren't expecting it to do that, because I set up 4, thinking it ain't gonna go through all 4. So I put 4 in a row. It did. It went through all 4. It didn't have much momentum after that. It only went probably about 4 or 5 feet after the 4 hay bales. Yeah, it still went through it. I was like, what? I was just sitting there looking at it like, no way did that actually go all the way through. A longbow is it's got a lot more range in a compound, I'm pretty sure. I'd probably say, I don't know, they used to use them in castles and shit, so it must be pretty long. Well, no, never, of course not. But it's got to be a decent amount. Obviously, they tend to aim it up in the air, don't they? They tend to aim it up at an angle, so it flies further. But yeah. And then when the crossbow came out, everyone was like, Jesus, this thing's some next level weapon. But obviously, it's just a crossbow now. You get fully automatic machine guns and tanks and nuclear weapons and shit now. But there we are. I can't deal with another one of those. It just wasn't worth it. Like the tags as well. Like, yeah, if you was a fan of the game, you had to do it. It's just one of them things. I don't know why it just made you do it. It's too late. Yeah, it's too late to go back. My favourite gun in that game though was the L85. I love that gun. I have like 12,000. No, I have more than that. I have like 15,000 kills of it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, that's the LMG. The LMG has the A1, the L86A1 grip, and then the L85A2 has the A2. Yes, the Daniel Defense rail. But oh yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Roger.
Yeah.
We got L85s, didn't we? L85, remember Airsoft?
Airsoft, yeah.
Yeah, both of us have got one, yeah. They're good. I've actually broke the single fire on mine. I need to fix it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I started playing in the snow, and I think something went wrong with the gearbox because it was so cold. Literally, the batteries drained so fast where it was so cold they just wouldn't fire. Eventually, we warmed up the batteries and the gun started working. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the gun or if it's the battery or I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's the gearbox though, and it won't fire in semi. No, the trigger will go in. Basically, the trigger will go down. You know, like where you pull the trigger, it will go into the point where it should fire, but it'll get stuck. The trigger will just get stuck, and it won't do anything until you switch it into full auto. I don't know why it happens. And it might be to do. I've looked on the internet. Apparently, it happened to someone else's L85. It can be due to the screw by the trigger becoming loose. So I might just need to tighten that up. I don't see why it would only fire in single. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god! I remember when that first started happening to me. I was so pissed off. It's because, isn't it to do with like the eject button actually touches the desk, and it, yeah, so it thinks, because if you look at your PlayStation now, especially my Pro, underneath it's got a thing to raise up one side of it to stop it from doing it. Yeah. Mid game as well. Yeah, it was more annoying than the single player games where it wouldn't save and make you do the whole fucking thing again. Like, oh my god. It actually happened to me in Black Flag. That's the annoying thing. Like, yeah, like the follow people and shit, and you'd be on a rooftop and they just keep looking around. Like, what are you doing? Who does that when they're walking? I'm dead. Like, I don't know. I hated that. I remember finding out what it was on the internet, and I just ended up putting like little rubber clip things underneath it to lift it up. But it was so stupid. It kept. I thought I had broke my PlayStation originally. I was like, oh my god, why is it like ejecting my discs? It'd make you want to pick up the disc after it ejected it and just throw it out the window, like frisbee it. That's what it made you want to do.
They retook the Walker Bay.
Kind of stupid, really. They should have tested this kind of stuff. But I suppose they couldn't have anticipated it. But surely that had happened to them while they were testing the console at some point. Yeah. Start putting, yeah. To be fair, they would have been a lot of money down, wouldn't they?
Some kind of special combatant on the ground. Override program active. Taking control of fuel station.
Yeah. What they should have done, they should have done something that could attach to the console, that would lift it up slightly, and they give it to everyone who's got a PS4, who can prove they've got a PS4. They give it to everyone for free. That's what they should just do. Like a little rubber thing that would just lift it up slightly. But then again, you could do it yourself. You just have to put something underneath just to slightly lift it. Yeah, didn't that happen with like one of the BMW M series cars? Like it kept having brake failures. They had to end up recalling it.
Turn the lights on, huh?
Too many cars already. Yeah. A similar thing happened to Saab, I think. I'm not too sure. Well, they did, and then they went into well, they went into liquidation, and they ended up getting bought out by, was it Volkswagen? Yeah. Yeah, basically. I like Skoda though. That's the thing. I like Skoda cars. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know, I have. They're bad. Yeah, because they used to say there was basically a skip on wheels. That was like a thing. Yeah. So bad. But I feel like I remember seeing something that said like Saabs, even though they don't look great, they were one of the safest cars you could get. They were so. Is it Volvo? Yeah, I heard something like Saab, because their quality control was next level apparently. Like they would test things that would never happen, and it ended up like, you know. Well, the thing is, when you make a car like that, you've got to predict things, predict the unpredictable, if that makes sense. Like, there's going to be things that you're going to think. Yeah. Survival of the fittest. I think Saabs are okay. My stepdad used to have a Saab, he doesn't have one no more. Yeah, he had a, I don't know what it was, but he had a Saab. He had 2 Saabs actually. He actually only recently got rid of one of them. And now he's got a, I can't remember what it is, Vauxhall, a new Vauxhall. It's actually quite nice. I don't normally like Vauxhall, but this one's actually really, really nice. Was it good? I always had this thing about them that I just never liked them. I'm not really sure why I didn't like them, and then when I saw his one, I was like, actually, this is really nice. Like, the inside's got a shitload of room, and I'm 6'2", so like, and it's got enough room for me and taller. So.
That's a hit! They're hitting the walker!
Fucking hell. I mean, there's one car brand I don't like, and that's Peugeot. I feel like they're just cars that fuck up. That's what I feel like. I don't know if they all are, but I remember my mum, she had a Peugeot, and it constantly would fuck up. Yeah, constant. I remember, but then again, my granddad had one like before he passed away, and it was really good. Like, but then again, he would take good care of it. If he noticed something slightly wrong with it, he would, you know, fix it. But with people that don't know how to do all that stuff, it just feels like with like yeah, I wouldn't know how to do it. To be honest, I don't know how to fix anything on a car. Well, yeah, but if it's something like wrong with your engine or something, you're just not even going to bother trying. Even if you think you can, just don't bother. Yeah.
I've got this.
Yeah. The thing is though, with Sony, I don't know if you knew this, I have Sony phone. But if you send something back to Sony and it's still under warranty, and they can't fix it, or it's too expensive to fix, they'll just give you a pre-owned version of the thing that you gave them. So if you, say for example, you gave them a PlayStation or a phone, even if it's brand new and there's something wrong with it brand new, they'll send it, if you send it to them with a problem and they can't fix it cheaply, they'll just give you a pre-owned version of the exact same thing, which is a bit dodgy.
Don't underestimate him.
Yeah, they either fix the one you give them, or they give you a new one. That's what they should be doing. Yeah, it's new. Yeah, there's lots of little things like that, and even though they should be illegal, they're not. It's because it's the way you word it. So like things like that, they're opinion based. So you say it's new, it is new to them, but it's not new, as in it's been used before. So it could fall under the person who buy it. They can say it's their fault for not checking if it had been used. They didn't ask. That's what they could say, but yeah.
I won't make it easy. None of the stacks.
Exactly. No. But then again, with a car, you can sort of tell because it has the mileage on it. So. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true.
You forced this battle.
Yeah, because it comes under grades now, doesn't it? They do things by grades. So you've got like grade A, grade B. the higher the grade, the more money you get. So like when I sold my other PS4 Pro the other month, because I had two, I sold one, and basically they check it, they see how well it runs, they see what condition it's in. It had the box with it, perfect box. Box had no rips. Console had no scratches because obviously I'd looked after it. Didn't really play it, to be honest, because I had this one. So it was almost brand new. So they gave me more for it because it was grade A. So game. Yeah. Got not all companies do it, but I know a few do. So I know Kex do it, but I think Kex kind of a sketchy, to be honest. Kex are a sketchy company. Like, I feel like they would just tell you it's in bad quality, even though it's not, because they don't want to give you more for it. Like, yeah, they were. That's illegal to do that. Yeah, it's illegal. You can't print, like, for example, you know where it's got on the back where it has all the Peggy stuff and stuff like that. They can't print their own. They're not allowed to do that. What Sony and stuff argue is that they shouldn't be selling it without the case. That's what they argue. Yeah. Yeah. They still do it. They still do it. I've been caught doing it still. There's a I don't have a problem with it. It really don't bother me. But like, at the same time, yeah, if you're a collector, it depends if it's noticeable, because apparently it's not actually noticeable unless you take a really good look. But if you're paying the price for a case, basically they're lying to you because they haven't told you that it's a reprint. So it is a bit unfair if you pay the money for it. They should discount the game. They should say, you know, it is a relay, you know, there's a different case on it, so we'll charge you, I don't know, 20% less than what we would normally charge. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, could you imagine buying like a Blu-ray collector's version of like Star Wars, for example? It cost you, you know, 60 something pounds, and then having a fake case on it. It sort of ruins the point in having it, if that makes sense. Like, if it's a collectible, I see what you mean, but if it's not, if it's something like I don't know, like a Formula 1 game, I guess, like, it's not really, it can be collectible, I suppose. If you've got all the others, it can be collectible. I don't know, there's not really an example I can give you, but no. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's true, exactly. Like when I got my Star Wars Sideshow statues, I got them off of eBay. It's the only place you can really buy them, unless you buy them from the Sideshow website, but they take months to arrive. You order them, and they're made to order, I think. I'm not really sure what they do. But it'll say it will arrive in 2 months' time. It's just like, what the fuck? I might as well pay less and get it now. But I get it for like I've never gone into Kex looking for something that I'm collecting. Like, I go in there if I want to get a game a bit cheaper or something like that. But that's it, really. Yeah, I go in there. Actually, the other day I wanted to watch the film Senna, the Formula 1 film, but I just wasn't sure if it was going to be good, because normally sports films are pretty shit. But yeah, it's like half documentary, half film. It's actually alright. I mean, it's not something I'd watch again, but it's alright. Got it on Blu-ray for 50p. I was like, yeah, alright. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Exactly, it's probably going to be one of the things you'll watch once and never watch again anyway, so... Yeah, I think Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead and stuff like that I've got from there, that I've watched multiple times. Yeah. Yeah, Hot Fuzz in there is like 25p. I saw that the other day. Yeah, they might as well just give it away. They can't be making money on that. Exactly. You probably get more out of recycling for the box. It's so weird. There's some things in there. If you look at like old like Little Britain and stuff, they're like 10p, 1p. Like what is going on in there? Some of the stuff's expensive though. So like, I've noticed that some pre-owned games that they sell are more expensive than brand new games, which is a bit weird. But the films and stuff like that are really good for price. Yeah.
Run, rebels!
Main computer under rebel control. Shift our defenses to the fuel station and Walker Bay.
Yeah, they go down to like fucking £1, don't they? That's got to be heartbreaking if you buy them every year. You bought it for £55 and then you see it the next year for £1. Yeah, it should transfer your stuff between game, really, shouldn't it? Could you imagine having to start all that again, like, each year? Yeah. That's why I haven't bought another one since like 2015. There's no point. They're all the same, really. It's just kicking a football around a green field. That's it. I enjoy it with friends. I play it with friends, but otherwise I don't like it. Yeah, otherwise I'm just not that keen on it, really. Just... Yeah, I think, yeah, it's good for like couch co-op, things like that. It's always been good for that. But I don't know if it warrants buying it every single year. Like, maybe... You should. You should. Or at least select at least one of your teams, because you can have more than one team. At least select at least one team that you can transfer, maybe.
What's the plan?
Yeah. But then I suppose what people would do would take advantage of it. They'll go back to like FIFA 14 where they've got loads and loads of cheap players, and then they'll transfer them over to like FIFA 15, then to FIFA 15 to 16, or maybe you can only transfer once every year, maybe. Yeah, something. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Yeah. But it's EA. They want their money, and people keep paying for FIFA, and as long as people keep paying for it, they won't change it. Which, in reality, that you wouldn't if. What the hell? I just got 2 kills on one person. If you owned a company and people kept paying for the same thing with different graphics every year, you'd just keep doing that. It's going to make you shitloads of money. Like, even though morally, yeah, not just FIFA, like their WWE games, that everything EA makes is a sport game. Have they got packs? But I know they've got DLC stuff. I don't know what it is because I don't really play WWE anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't played WWE since I think 2007 one on PS2. But I liked it. I used to like it. Yeah, yeah, because it used to be World Wrestling Federation or something. I don't know, but yeah, now it's World Wrestling Entertainment or some shit. I don't even know. I don't follow wrestling that much, but I used to play it quite a lot on the PS2. I used to be obsessed with it, but like, Now, I don't know. Just never really felt the need to buy one. Like they never really advertise it well. I don't think I've ever seen a WWE advert for their games.
Fuel station compromised. Override detected.
I bought UFC 2, was it? I ain't got 3.
Grenade out. Override aborted. Fuel systems returning to normal.
Slow them to a crawl. Make them overcautious.
Yeah, I like the UFC games. I think they're quite good. Yeah.
Enemy at the control.
I played, like I said, I played 2. I quite enjoyed that. I made Ronald McDonald on that game. Got a screenshot of that somewhere. Yeah, I'll send you a screenshot of it. I got it somewhere. Took me ages to make that. I don't think I think I made him on the online, just the online part.
Withdraw now.
But I'm shit at the online, I always lose. No, crap. Honestly, I'm so bad. But yeah, I tried to make the Hulk, but you can't really make the Hulk. I tried to make who was it I tried to make? Well, I got a picture of. I think I did win against someone with Ronald McDonald, probably because he was laughing so much. But I've got a picture on my phone somewhere, I think, of me knocking someone out with Ronald McDonald. Like, oh, it's so messed up. But yeah, I like that. I used to like that with the wrestling games because you used to be able to make your own characters on them. I used to like that. Yeah, I think you probably still can. I don't know. I'm not really followed up on it, but I think you can. I just think with these sports games that they release every year, £50 too steep for it. Like £30, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. But £55 a year, yeah. A deluxe for FIFA, what are you going to get? A bigger piece of grass? Like, I just don't understand. But then, like, they got pissed off with Battlefront doing that. But that's pay to win. Yeah, I don't... I'd never had an issue with it, but I didn't like the progression system. I'm glad they changed that. Like, I'm glad the way that you level up now is the way it is. Yeah, for Battlefront. Yeah.
You cannot imagine my power.
Oh no. Yeah, they were okay. Yeah, I liked them. I actually enjoyed it. It gave you something to open when you got so many kills and stuff. I think I only bothered using the 200% ones. I didn't really see a point using the 50% and stuff like that. Like, just didn't get nothing really. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh no, Mary Sue. I'm so weak to Mary Sue, she always messes me up. Oh, that orbital strike it's almost killed me. Wow. But yeah, I think with like sports games, they shouldn't be that expensive really. Like I've got Formula 128 incoming tomorrow, and I sat there for a long time sitting there thinking, is there a point me buying this? Because it's the exact same as 17, except it's got a couple new tracks, and it's 50 quid. It's slightly different, that's it. But yeah. Well, no, you'll have to buy the next game. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of, it's sort of like, is it worth it? But then my friends are getting it, so I don't really want to not have it and not be able to play it with them. So that's the problem. That's where they get you, because one of your friends buy it, and you're like, well, now I have to buy it. So if all your friends stuck with, say for example, FIFA what year are we in? 18. 18. if everyone's stuck with FIFA 17, there'd be no reason to buy 18, you know. But so one person buys 18, and then everyone else is like, well, I'm gonna have to buy it now because I don't want to be left out. But yeah, even though it's the same game basically, it feels old, doesn't it? Like, I don't know how that happens. Yeah, it's like you know, the 4K TV thing. You don't need one. People just get them because of it's sort of the thing to get. Like nothing really. Well, if you've got a PlayStation 4 Pro, like, you can use it for games like Battlefront, but it doesn't make a massive difference. So I've got a PS4 Pro, I've got a 4K TV, but to be fair, I only got this TV because it was on Black Friday sale for £300. So I thought, why not? But you know, otherwise, there's not really a point in getting one. Not yet, anyway. I think Sky mug you right off, though. They do. That Sky, like, I like Sky. The stuff on there, some of the stuff's a bit bollocks, but I like it for like the Formula 1. I like it for, you know, TV and stuff. But they charge you through the roof for some stuff. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why? We're in 2018. Why are we paying extra for 1080p? It doesn't make sense. I didn't even think they record in 720p anymore. Like, you know, if they did that every now and then or something, like it was cheaper but you got everything, and then every couple of years you'd have to buy a new box which would cost you 20-30 quid, you know, that's okay. But you don't need to charge, like, our Sky bill is something like £80 a month. That's crazy. Yeah. It's ridiculous. And the internet, like, recently, it's been pretty bad. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Yeah, normally it's really good. It's normally 60 meg, 50 meg. Recently, I don't know what's happened. Well, yeah. I remember when we had actual BT internet, and oh my god. We had a... Like, this was back in... when Modern Warfare 2 was... like, Modern Warfare 2 was the game. And oh my... couldn't even fucking get on the internet. It basically wasn't internet. I don't even know... Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, it's probably unfair for me to say that about BT, because where I lived at the time was a new build, so that is also a factor. So the fact that the area is new. Yeah, BT as well, and especially Sky, they take fucking forever to actually come out and fix it. Sky, they won't even talk to you unless you've got a password. Honestly, it's in my stepdad's name, so I was like, I tried to call him up when we had the issue because he's busy. So I tried to call him up and I was like, oh, is there anything that you can recommend I could do to fix it on my end? And I was like, oh, well, we can't help you unless you can give us a password. What? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. You'd think that if you're only asking for help on your end, you're not asking them to do anything, you're just asking for advice, they'd be able to help you, but no, they won't. I was sitting there speaking to her, she's like, I can help you if you can get the, even though you're not the account holder, I can help you if you can get the password and the details off of your sector. That's fucking ridiculous. I'm not asking, like, to buy something or anything like that. I'm not going to spend any money. I just want help fixing the thing that we pay for. I'm stuck. I can't get through the door. That's bullshit. You know, yeah. You know that door, the entrance, it wouldn't let me walk through it. It was an invisible wall. Oh, damn. I was stuck just walking into like nothing, and then eventually when I jumped it let me go through, and then by the time I'd done that I'm dead. It just wouldn't let me walk through. It was like some sort of, I don't know what that was. That's really weird. I've never had that. You got a bug with Luke as well that when he's dead, he can still kill you. He can still damage you. Yeah, if you walk over his body, you just take loads of damage. I don't know why. And you get stun locked into his body too. So you just take more and more damage until his body disappears. I don't know why it happens. It's weird. And yeah. Yeah.
Heavy guns powered up.
There's a lot of things like that in this game. It's like, if they could iron it out, it would be such a good game. It is such a good game anyway, but it just needs ironing out. Yeah, so every single match you play, there's bound to be something fucked up that will happen. Like, say you get a hero. If you ever get a hero in a match, you're bound to have an issue. Like, if you're Darth Vader, if you're Luke Skywalker, there's going to be something that will break. You'll force push someone and nothing will happen. And then they'll kill you. Yeah, and you can see like the area, the white little area, right on that person, and nothing happens. Makes no sense. It's just so like the flash grenade and Han Solo's grenade. I got a video of that somewhere. I threw Han Solo's grenade 3 times before it actually let me throw it properly and it detonated. It's like delay, isn't it? Like you throw it and then it gives it back to you. Yeah, it gives it back to you. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, have you noticed sometimes with your infantry, like you try throwing a grenade, but you have to push the grenade button like 6 or 7 times before it actually lets you throw it. Yeah, it's weird. Like your character would be doing the animation, like he'd be swinging his arm around, but nothing happens. It's so weird. Yeah, they're definitely gonna win this one.
Enemy commander landing. Be prepared.
Oh yeah, you would expect some bugs, but not to this level. Like I know, like it's never happened to you. It's never happened to the majority of people. The de-ranking thing should not happen. And if you call them up and you've got proof, they should believe you. Like they're not losing anything on their side. Yeah. basically telling you to fuck off, redo everything you've already done, and leave us alone. So, well, it's not my fault that you have got some next level server issues. I remember when I called up about the last time this happened, and it was just I think before, just after the solo DLC, when I got deranked, and I was put on with some guy from up north somewhere, and he was basically saying to me that he plays Battlefield 1, and the same thing happened to him on Battlefield 1, and he was saying he's going to put it through as like a request because he said that there's been like multiple phone calls on the same day about it happening. Still didn't fix it. Don't know, the company's a bit of a joke recently, to be honest. They don't listen to anyone. It's like, you know, with the Battlefield 5 thing, when people told them about the historical accuracy, people want historical accuracy, they don't want women with claw hands running around. The head of EA said, if you don't like it, don't buy it. What? These are your customers. You can't speak like, you know, these are the people buying your game.
Command attack here, CC 2801. And I'm conscripting you.
Yeah. He's been sacked, I think, hasn't he? The head of EA. He's a different guy now. Yeah, like, it was his idea to put the loot boxes. Yeah, it was. It was his idea to put loot boxes in this game. It was his idea to put women in Battlefield 5. It was his idea. Like, I don't have a problem with putting women in it, but you can't put them in like the British Army. Put them in, yeah, French Resistance, Russian Resistance. It makes sense, but not British Army or American Army. It just doesn't make any sense.
Take a slice of the archive.
No. Do you know what his excuse was as well on Twitter? He said that he didn't want to have to explain to his 5-year-old daughter why women weren't in the game. And then I sat there thinking, why is his 5-year-old daughter playing Battlefield 5? What? Like, oh, come here, little girl. Let me show you people get murdered in World War II. What? Yeah. I remember one time when I was a kid, I got hold of a Grand Theft Auto game. My mum went ape shit. I remember she went absolutely crazy. I think I was probably, I don't know, probably about 9. I think it was Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It was PS2. It wasn't the top-down one. It was Vice City, I think. And yeah, and yeah, and she weren't happy about that. I remember that, but yeah. Yeah. It's like South Park. I watch it like that now, but when I was younger, probably about 11, 12, I used to go around with my friends to watch it because I knew I wasn't allowed to watch it. But yeah, but now I sit there and I watch it and I'm like, I shouldn't have been watching that. Like, it makes me laugh because I think South Park's hilarious. It's so stupid that it's funny, in my opinion anyway. I don't know. Some people just hate it, they can't stand it, but I feel like it dives into things that aren't politically correct, and I like that. They don't feel like they have to do something because the world says they have to do it, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But you know, like, that's the problem with like everything, isn't it? Everyone's too scared to say something in case they offend someone. That's the problem. Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. It's like some of the episodes, I think a couple got pulled, didn't they? A couple of them got banned. And they did that. Britney Spears tried to sue him once. Yeah, they had an episode where Britney Spears was basically getting, you know, when she went through that phase where she shaved all her head and all that. It was like basically about that, and basically the press kept getting on at her and on at her, and eventually the kids went round to take pictures of her so they could get money for from the newspaper, because they realised how much. What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? Anyway, it was all about that. The boys went to take pictures of her for money from the newspaper, and she basically said, "Oh, if you want a picture, here's your picture." She shoots herself in the head with a shotgun, but she somehow survives, even though she's got no top part of her head. She's just got a bottom jaw, and that's it. But somehow she's still alive. She tried to sue him over that. She didn't win. She also, sorry, did she? No, no, she didn't. No, no, she didn't. No. Yeah, it's like that. Have you seen what they said about Tom Cruise? There's like an episode where he hides in one of the kids' closets, and the whole episode is them trying to get Tom Cruise to come out of the closet. It's so stupid. But yeah, it's like, you know the guy. I don't know if you ever watched South Park, but you know the guy who played Chef, the voice actor for Chef. Just yeah, he was a Scientologist, and there was an episode where they took the there was an episode, that was the episode, the closet one, where they took the piss out of Scientology, and because that they did, the Church of Scientology made the guy that plays Chef, the guy that voices Chef, quit his job. Yeah, he had to quit. Yeah, he had to quit, and then eventually he died. Obviously, he got ill and then died. But yeah, if you watch the episodes, there's one where they make out that these people, they make out that these people in this holiday club thing, they're actually paedophiles, and they turn, that, I don't know if you've noticed, but all of Chef's voice lines are dubs. Dubs are things he's already said in the episode. Yeah, he didn't ever, they had to get rid of Chef because he quit, and they had to do it like that. Because he gets killed by that bear, doesn't he? He becomes like a Hitler zombie, and then like gets killed by a bear down there. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, they had to dub all his voice lines the whole episode. The stick of truth thing. It ended up leading into the game, didn't it? Yeah. That's actually, I quite like them episodes because he had that. My favourite character is Randy. He's fucking weird, but yeah, he's a weirdo. But this is America. Yeah, this is America. He fights everyone, doesn't he? No, he's making them play just because he wants to fight. Yeah, all wanting to fight, yeah. You want to go, bro? And he'd take his t-shirt off, and the police would end up arresting him in. Well, I thought this was America. Oh, Randy's my favourite. Yeah, they've all got dildo guns. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, that one, yeah. They took our jobs! Yeah. That was funny. Because they end up going back in the past, don't they? And they end up taking all the money back to the future or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. They're all like bald white people, aren't they? Yeah, so some of the episodes are so weird, but they're funny. Yeah, I feel like I used to love Family Guy, but then the more I sat there and tried to watch it, I felt like it's always the same thing. There's always flashbacks. There's always like you say, it's hard to follow. Like 1 minute you're following one story, and next minute it's like, oh, like when I did this in the past, and it's just like, wait, what? I don't think it's bad. Look, it's not bad. I used to watch it all the time. I can't sit there and say it's bad because I used to watch it so much. So it'd be a bit of a hypocrite to say it's bad. But I feel like recently it's gone downhill. Even Seth MacFarlane, the guy that makes it, said he doesn't really care about it anymore. Yeah, he is. Yeah. The thing is, when he's gone for so many years, it is hard to keep the show alive. So,
can't afford to lose this battle.
Yeah, but to be fair, they still got a good fan base. They still got a good fan. I like The Simpsons.
I think you lucked out.
But they made that new show, isn't they? Apparently it's crap. I don't know if I've not seen it, but it's called Disenchantment. Apparently it's really bad. It's only on Netflix. I've not seen any of it. The thing is though, it's like Adam Sandler. I used to think he was one of the funniest people ever. Netflix bought him. Now he's so shit. I didn't know his dad died, to be honest.
Stay on guard. Check your flanks.
No, that's weird. One that he's not in.
Likely practice. On my way. Hit him hard.
I've seen Pixels. I think that was it was all right.
Stay there.
Yeah. Have you seen a film called Mr. Deeds? That's an Adam Sandler film. That's a pretty good film. I like that one.
We're in good shape.
That shit, yeah. No. I just didn't like it. I think I was quite young when I watched it, so I think that might be why. But when I watched it, yeah.
Warning you.
I mean, Jack and Jill was pretty shit, let's be honest. Yeah. I still have it. I still have Jack and Jill. This is pretty bad. I like Anger Management. That's probably one of his best ones, I think. Waterboy. Yeah, Waterboy's really good. Yeah, Happy Gilmore. Yeah, that's the golf one, isn't it? Yeah, and he fucking hits the it hits the ball and it goes through that old lady's house and knocks her out the window. Yeah. Oh my god. And he kills that black guy, doesn't he? He says someone like that, yeah.
I'm going to stop the game for now and leave a break. Check you guys later, yeah? If you keep gaming,
alright,
yeah?
mate. Alright, take it easy, man. See ya.
So yeah, the show's look over there for you to me, yeah?
Yeah. I'll see you in a bit. Because he goes something like, the alligator may have got your hand, but I got his eye or something like that. I got his head. I can't remember what he says. Yeah, and he pulls it out, and the guy falls out the window. Yeah. Oh god, it's it's such a good film. But yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you had what other film did he do? He did what's it? Waterboy, Anger Management. He did Bulletproof. Have you seen Bulletproof? Yeah. I actually quite like that. Even though it got a low review, I liked it. Yeah. No, it was like the secondary, so when he. I don't know. You know what? You know he's been in other things. You know you've seen them before, but you don't know where. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, well, I like most of his old films. I even like Grown Ups 1. Grown Ups 2 was a bit. But I feel like Grown Ups 2, they went. Yeah, the Grown Ups 2 though, I think went a bit too heavy with CGI. Like with like the deer and. The deer bit was funny, but like near the end of the film it was a bit weird. It's still a funny film, but. Yeah. Like that guy shoots himself on the foot. What's his name again? He's a proper weird guy. Rob Schneider. Yeah, it is. It's Rob Schneider. Yeah. Yeah. There's 3 daughters in it. Like 2 of them are really. Yeah, it's like 2 of them are really good looking, and that one of them is just fucking really ugly. What the fuck? It's just that swimming cap on. What the fuck? Yeah. But I like the fact as well with Adam Sandler, he uses all the same actors. I like that. Like, there's a few different actors every now and then. I don't think I've seen that. No? No, I don't think I've ever seen that. Well, that gives me something to watch. Oh. The Sky, you probably do. Yeah, I think there was an Adam Sandler tab, isn't there? So it should be free. Yeah. But no. They're like people that sell drugs. They give you a taste, and then to get the rest, you got to pay. Yeah. Oh my god. We compared Sky TV to like porn in a newsagent. Oh my god. Oh god. But yeah, like I feel like Sky. I feel like some months it's really good, and then some months it's just trash, really. Yeah, because no matter what, that happened to us. I think one time we weren't really using it, so we decided there's no point us having it because we're not using it. So we just turned off all the films and stuff. And then like a week later, it was like, no, we need this back. Yeah. It's like, yeah. It's like when you've got it, there's nothing there. There's nothing you really want to watch. But then when you haven't got it, you're like, oh god, there's that. You're like, oh my god, I didn't notice this before. What? It just exploded. Yeah. But your Skybox releases certain toxins or something to make you addicted to it. I don't know. I just walk out that door and there's a fucking stormtrooper. He almost killed me. I just became boss. Not stormtrooper. What am I on about? Stormtrooper? What is happening to me? Yeah. Oh no, that goddamn LAAT is gonna kill me. Oh my god. I got away. Yeah, I think like Adam Sandler, he has gone a bit downhill. I tried to watch something he done on Netflix and I just couldn't watch it. You know when you start to lose respect for what he's done, and I was like, I can't.
Such glorious devices.
Yeah, I feel bad, like, because obviously his comedy was a lot of my childhood. So, but, and I feel like as well, like, obviously, I still watch his films now. His old films, I think they're hilarious. But I don't know. I can't watch his new stuff on Netflix. Nah. Sometimes people, well, especially if you're famous, you don't really get time, do you? Like, even if you have time, you don't get time because you get the media, you get everything else. You just don't get. Oh, just go with it. That was quite good. Yeah. I feel like as well, like, he's done mostly everything he can do. I think. He's old now, to be fair. Like, he's... How old is he? He's probably like 55? So he's getting up there. He's getting pretty old. I feel like he hasn't got the energy to do it anymore. Like, yeah, doesn't need to do all that anymore, does he? It was probably fun to him back then, but it's probably not fun anymore. Like, I'll give it a go. I mean, I think the only sort of big film he's been in recently has been Pixels. Pixels wasn't great. It's okay. Like, if you want to watch it, you won't be like, oh, it's utter shit. It's not utter shit, but it's not something you will want to watch again and again. If it's on TV at some point, yeah. If it's on TV at some point, you're like, yeah, maybe I'll watch that. But it's not something you'd go and sort of intentionally watch. Yeah, yeah. It had a lot of minor actors in it as well. It has a couple of major ones, like a couple of the ones he normally uses, but a lot of them were people you'd never really see.
I claim my points. What kills you nourishes me.
Billy Madison? Is that it? Oh, you mean a more recent one?
You're in.
Yeah, I think so. I can't quite remember. I remember the penguin thing, but that's all I can really remember.
Now, it is over.
I really can't remember, to be honest. I think so, yeah. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't really follow his recent stuff because, like I said, I watched that Netflix thing and I can't go for another one of them. Because, oh my god, it was, I can't remember what the film was about. It was basically about loads of people were going around his house for like Thanksgiving or something like that, or like Hanukkah. It was Hanukkah because he's Jewish, isn't he? Yeah, it was for Hanukkah, and he ended up with shitloads of people there, like more people than he could clearly handle. It was basically, that was all it really is. it weren't funny. I don't understand like what the comedy was supposed to be. He must feel bad too, like obviously, like not feel bad, but like because he knows he's funny, but he's just not. I think he's bound by Netflix now. He's a funny man, but that's a quite good thing. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I think that's quite good. I'm yet to watch The Cobbler. I've not watched that yet. It's about. Oh, mate. That's alright. We've been up, like, I don't even know how long we've been playing. Do you know what? Since we've been playing, I think I've earned like 20,000 credits. I don't even know how many I've earned. I've gone from. Yeah, I mean, I've not been playing well since we started. Well, so since we started talking, that was pretty much at the start. But yeah, yeah. We got carried away. We're talking too much. Yeah. I feel bad because sometimes where he's so quiet, you forget he's there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh fuck! How did that? Yeah, think about that. How did we get from? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. That's really weird. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I'll definitely be on. I'll probably be on a bit later because obviously I'm getting Formula 1 tomorrow, so I'm going to be playing a little bit of that. But I will be on, but it'll be later on because I can't play Formula 1 all day. I'll get so bored. But it will be good. But where I use a steering wheel and I've dislocated my shoulder before, I can't play racing games for a long time because my shoulder gets in a lot of pain. So I just tend to play for about 3 or 4 hours and then I have to stop. But normally I would only play for about an hour, but because it's new. Yeah, but I'll definitely be on Battlefront. Yeah, I definitely will. Alright, mate. Yeah, you too. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Bye.